Hello and welcome to Wired In. I'm Diana Galata with Hampton City Schools. I'm very pleased today to be joined by one of our new principals, Karen Johnson, the principal at Barron Elementary School. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So before we talk about Barron, let's talk a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about where you grew up, where you went to college, and your experience as a teacher and other educational experiences so far.
Okay, so how much time do you have? No, I'm kidding. I grew up everywhere. I am a military child, so I was born in North Carolina, but what I tell everybody is I have no memory of that, because shortly after that we moved from state to state and even another country. I look back at those times as being the best times of getting to see different places, people, and cultures. Ended up in Hampton because my dad was transferred to Langley. And so after that, met my husband, who's from here, and now we are a proud Hampton family. I'm a Hampton parent, and first started teaching in a different district. Did first, second grade, and then reading. I'm trying to go back to all the places, so I kind of found my niche in the area of reading. So I taught in Newport News in the area of reading, and then came to Hampton and have been here ever since, and I'm very happy.
So tell us a little bit about where you've been in Hampton, the different schools.
Okay, my first assignment as an assistant principal was at Tyler, and then I went to Macon as an assistant principal. And so now I'm at Barron, so 3 schools.
That's not too bad.
No, it's nice though.
So you have been the principal at Barron for almost 3 months now. So tell us what you've learned about Barron.
I've learned that Barron is a wonderful, wonderful place. I couldn't have asked for a better first principal assignment. The kids are wonderful, the staff is phenomenal, and the parents are truly supportive. So I came into an environment of love and collaboration. And so during these first 3 months, it's allowed me to really target my focus, because my focus is student safety and students learning and maximizing that learning potential that they have. Barron's motto is nurturing tomorrow's leaders, and I truly do believe that. We are nurturing the people that are going to be running this country.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely true. We are in charge of the future.
Yes.
As public educators.
Yes, and that's a job that we at Barron take very seriously.
So this is your first time as a head principal. So tell us what you like most about being a principal.
Selfishly speaking, I love the hugs, but I also like working with my colleagues. I'd have to say that's the best thing. We are a building that's growing together. And so through observations, through conversation, through professional developments, we're all growing together as a building. And so that's what I enjoy the most. I really enjoy working with the little people and the big people.
So what are your goals for Barron?
Well, my goal, my personal selfish goal, is to make Barron #1 everywhere and throughout Hampton, and just to let everybody know that the great things that are going on at Barron, and that can be instructionally, that's also student achievement. I want Barron to be a happy, wonderful place to learn, but always focused on instruction. I'm always focused on that. And so just leading the charge with that. There are going to be, coming down the pike, new standards, new accreditation standards, and I want us to be mavericks, to be the leading edge of that.
And really, you and your staff should be congratulated. Once again, Barron is a fully accredited school, and you mentioned accreditation, so congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us what you think makes Barron unique.
Well, other than the fact that it is a choice school, but what makes Barron unique is what is on the inside of those cinder block walls, and it's the staff, it's the level of collaboration, it's the willingness to try new things and to really bring out the best in kids. One of the things that I really enjoy about my colleagues at Barron and just the feel of Barron is that we really try to nurture students and push them on. There are some times that the learning needs to be scaffolded to bring them up, but by and large, we celebrate the students' strengths and we push them forward.
So you mentioned Barron being a choice school, which is Barron Fundamental Elementary School. So tell us a little bit about that fundamental piece and how someone might be able to get their child into Barron.
Well, first, we run by application. So that application is not only available in Barron if you come up to the main office, but it's also available online. And so once that application is filled out, we put it's numerically ranked, and then we call from that ranking. And one of the things after that, we enter into a contract. I think my military brain kind of feels the fact of rules and policies and procedures, but with that contract, it guarantees the parent that we will do certain things, it guarantees that students will do certain things, and it also guarantees that parents will do certain things. And we're all coming together with the common goal of nurturing tomorrow's leaders.
So the application process, I'm assuming, begins in the spring of the year prior to the time that a student wants to come to Barron. A parent should be looking on the website if they're very interested in that and get their application in early.
Yes, I would suggest that. And actually, as a matter of fact, last night we had back to school and we had parents asking then about the application process and wanting to start that. But the earlier the better. And we do keep copious notes on our numerical ranking.
So I know that you brought a special picture with you. So before we close today, why don't you tell us about what you brought and show us your picture? Yes,
and thank you. I was really hoping that I would be able to work this in. I can't do and don't do anything by myself. It's a collaborative effort. So if I was able to, I wanted to be able to bring every single person that I work with, that I walk the halls with, that I collaborate with. I wanted to bring them on this show, but I couldn't.
Yeah, our stage is a little small, unfortunately. But I would have loved to have them all here as well.
I would have loved to, too. We would have had to shut down the building for today. But this was the next best thing, and I wanted everybody to see what wonderful colleagues I work with.
Now tell us, where was that picture taken?
This was at downtown Hampton at the Carousel.
Right.
So we all met there early one morning, and as you see, we all dressed in unison. We had our Barron t-shirts on, and it was so funny because we met early in the morning and people were driving by just looking. But this was the start of our pre-service week. But this is the best way for me to bring all of my colleagues with me on this show.
Well, I thank you and your colleagues for coming on today, and I wish you the best of success at Barron Fundamental Elementary School.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Wired In. Have a great week.